do the intro? Let's do the intro. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Road Sodas. My name's Eddie. See, that's why it's ruined. You fucked it up already.
I'm Nate.
He's Chris. One day we'll get our names right.
Said something.
Sorry, my bad.
Listen, you can take timing out. You can take little slivers of make it shorter so there's
Oh, I know. I do all the time.
Yeah, it's called the magic
too.
of editing, Ed. If we're awkward, it's your fault. Good
Well,
fault.
see, here's the thing though. If you listen to like legitimate podcasts, they do segments and intros like 4 or 5 times, and then they go with the one that works. We're one take show here.
Yeah,
we don't do multiple
we do it
takes.
live.
Yeah, well, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Exactly.
So Nate, what? Huh?
Take two.
Take two. Out of no take two. So Nate, what Ren House are you drinking this week?
I am drinking Ingenuity. And you know what? I don't know why they made it. They made it because it's something to do with space. Did something happen in space recently?
I don't know. People are leaving the planet because it's about to explode.
That would suck. But it's a double dry hopped India Pale Ale, and it's so far tasty.
You had that light hitting the top of it, and it looked really, really good. So
Yeah.
Lighting
For
is
anybody
everything.
at home, you can't see the amazing lighting on this brewski
light magic show over here.
in my Mason Ale Works. What are you drinking, Ed?
It's not what I'm drinking. It's what I'm drinking it in. Can you see?
Oh my gosh. Even with your horrible camera, I can tell.
Camera's crap on my new computer, so that's fine.
In defense of your new computer, it's not really like a key feature usually.
No, plus I could probably hook up an external camera, but hopefully we don't have to do this over the computer much longer.
Gonna have to cut this out.
Here's crossing fingers to that. But I am drinking church music out of our brand new glassware
Yay!
that I'm the only one who's using.
Well, see, there's a reason
My
why I'm not
defense, I don't
using
have
it.
one.
Yeah, we'll
Here.
get to Chris's why he doesn't want to taint his glass with what he's drinking.
Yeah, so I have to, and lull of it being fall, I guess. Four Peaks has been putting out their pumpkin porter like crazy, and
What, dude? You
I
bought
was at the
some?
store today, and I saw it. I was like, I am not buying a 6-pack of that, but they sold singles, and so I got one for the show to try it because I haven't had it in years now at this point.
Oh, you
So,
bought a single.
You
I
should feel
bought
terrible
one
about
beer.
yourself.
You should have committed and bought
but
a
I didn't
6-pack.
want to put this in our glass to taint our glass. I don't want to do that, so I figured I'd try it. So we'll see how it goes.
Drum roll.
I bet it's good. It used to be good.
Wow, it's got a lot more pumpkin-y spice in it than it used to.
The look on
No,
your
but it
face
says
did
well,
not
no.
say it was good.
It says gorgeous on the side. Yeah, it's not great.
Like
But it's
gorgeous or
definitely
gourd? Like gourd?
Gourd.
Oh, okay.
Gourd.
So very,
Yeah, they're hamming it up.
very
Bad
punny.
jokes on here. Yeah, wow, that is not good. And I mean, I'm sure some of it has to do with me just having better beers since forever ago, but this has definitely changed. It does not taste. It tastes way more commercialized, pumpkin spicy. I don't think I even drink all this. That's bad.
Well, it's also 110 outside, so probably doesn't help either.
It's fall somewhere. Ugh, that's not good.
Is it really?
No.
No, I don't think
Nope.
it's fall anywhere.
So what do you think came out too soon? The Oktoberfest beers or the pumpkin beers?
Are pumpkin
Yes.
beers here? Have they arrived?
They're starting to trickle out. I think
starting
Four
to see
Peaks jumped the gun way earlier than everybody else.
It's because they had that batch of pumpkin porter brewing and it was ready. The pumpkin spice was flowing.
Do you think they still do the buffet on St. Patty's Day?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm curious to know that. If InBev's paying for that.
Yeah, right. That was a great play. That was a good time.
It was.
Not going anymore.
What, do we
Bad
do
beer.
honorable mentions at the end of the show?
Yeah.
For pumpkin beers?
Okay. All right. What's topic number 1, fellas?
Well, the glass is ready and done and out. Chris has yours, and he hasn't delivered them yet.
I'm excited.
Nope.
Looking forward to receiving it.
So I guess we could talk about that. So Chris initially wasn't happy with the glasswork because the art wasn't big enough.
Yeah, let's talk about the design process.
It's not tall enough, right? So like, and I understand it, and I understand that like
We pick an
people
awkward
get
glass.
the Tikus, right? Like Tikus have kind of that weird angle edged on them, right? And so this is kind of the same thing with this glass, is that the printable area on them is pretty small unless you have like specialized printing equipment, and most people don't have that that are going to do them. So their print area is just a little smaller, and so we had to change the artwork to make it a little smaller. So I was kind of bummed about that. And also, they don't have the ability to completely wrap the glass as well. There has to be some kind of a space in the back. So there's a little line back there, which, not a huge deal. I mean, it's you look at any of their glass, they have that kind of thing. I mean, that's why most people do just like a logo on one side or a logo on the other side kind of thing, is so that they can still get two sides per se and still have that space. But
yeah, after seeing this process and looking at other glassware, you can tell basically it's a front wrap and then a logo on the back, because you can see like the spacing of it. So they kind of put like a big logo and then wrap around that. We went with so for those who don't know, we went with a 20 ounce, I think it's called a Willie Beecher. Well, I think both of you have the Pure Project one, right?
Right.
Yeah. And it's not, that one's a Libby, I can't remember what they call it, a Libby Rocker or something like that. So it's a different kind of one. It's really, really similar. It's literally just a brand difference kind of thing. I think when you brought them over, we pulled out the Pure Project one and we kind of compared them. And it was really close. I mean, I think the glass rim was a little thicker on the Libby, and it wasn't as bulbous, if that's a good word for it, on the top where it comes out. Yeah.
It also seems like that Pure Project one, the angle on the top was a little steeper, but that could just be me.
Still awful.
Chris, your facial features on every time you take a drink of that pumpkin porter should be. This is why we should do this on Facebook.
Can you think?
Maybe it should warm up a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe it should.
Caress it. Hold it tightly.
Can you think of any other Four Peaks beers that deserve an honorable mention as used to being good? Serious Black.
But I used to like the Raj IPA, but they never really canned or bottled that. It was only at the brewery.
Yeah.
That was their double, I think, right? And I like that a lot. But
yeah,
I mean,
I remember when pumpkin porter releases. I mean, let's talk about that for a sec. I remember when those were fun to do. Like, you were like, I'm gonna get my growler. I'm gonna go down to Four Peaks. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna get my pumpkin growler filled. Right. But
it was a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They were everywhere. I guess it's at fashions.
That's true. And it used to be in cans, but you have a bottle in your hand, right?
It's on the table, but yes, you're correct. It's a bottle. It's got this fun label on it now. I'm gonna do this.
The other label used to be so much better.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. Yeah.
It's like they're trying to get worse in every way.
Yeah, they didn't do, I don't know, man. It's commercializing it.
Well, either way, it used to be a really good brew. Enjoyed it. I remember Serious Black was a good beer.
Yeah.
They had lots of good beers.
Anything that you liked from Four Peaks? You should sit up to you.
Kilt Lifter was good way back when.
Yeah, I remember I used to order Kilt Lifters.
Because that was like the cool craft beer that was available at like sports bars and stuff like that.
Well, that was the one that there was the controversy over it for a little bit there because of the name or whatever, but it was also like if you had a map of what the most popular craft beer in that state is, blah blah. Like Kilt Lifter was always number one for Arizona for a long time.
Yeah.
So
and on crap lists, it still shows up. On shitty lists, it still shows up.
I'm sure. Which I would say that Ed, you sent me a list the other day of it was a craft beer.
Oh, the top 10 or top 10 drinkable?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, see if you can find it real quick. But I just remember it's funny because what you sent. Here's a list that we can actually kind of get behind, and it's funny because I was like, oh, okay, sure. You see so many lists, you see so many things, and they're just not. They're like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
It's either trendy stuff or stuff you can't find anymore. Stuff
right, it was super rare stuff. Right, or it was stuff that was clearly they just found the best beer for that state and they put it on a list somewhere, kind of thing. It was just ridiculous. So this actually was pretty solid, I thought.
Don't spoil it, Nate. I found it.
All right. Well, before all right, I guess I'll go afterwards. You go ahead.
So it's from mandatory.com and it's the mandatory 10 best craft brews.
All right. Let's start with number 10. Let's go through them all.
Number 10 was Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which
solid.
basically every brewer we've talked to, that's a lot of them. That's what started them in brewing. That was their favorite beer.
In the list is mandatory beers you're getting into craft. I mean, if you're into craft beer, try them. Their Triple Bullet or whatever they had from Sierra Nevada. They make some great beers.
Yeah. Bigfoot. I love Bigfoot series.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 9 is a brewery that we kind of bashed and we weren't impressed with, though, but Treehouse King Julius.
That's right. Yeah. I thought you were talking shit when I first read that list. I was like, hey, man, we know one of these isn't good.
But listen, that was one of the things that I feel it was just hype. There's so much hype around that beer and how great it was, and the people. I felt it was a great beer. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. It just wasn't like the mind blowing experience that people made it out to be.
And those beers aren't meant to travel.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
maybe. I mean, roughly. So go ahead, Ed.
Right.
So number 8 is CBS Canadian Breakfast Stout from Founders,
which at one point was a little hard to get, and then they ramped up on that for sure. Like you can get CBS a lot of places now pretty easily.
And it's good. And it is good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they had that on tap at the Yard House before Coyotes games. Dude, I drink 2 of those. Ready to go.
Warmed you up for the ice?
Yeah, seriously.
But that one seemed to have a very definite peak, like you said. Like you couldn't find it, and then all of a sudden it was everywhere, and then it kind of declined again, and the guy on the horse disappeared, and then
right,
the Mountie.
Yeah,
I definitely have some in the fridge right now.
What year is it?
This past.
Oh, you're not doing a vertical of CBS?
No. Keep going, Ed, because you sent us something else today that I can't wait to talk about.
So number 7 is Three Floyd's Dark Lord.
Never tried it.
Yeah.
I don't think that would ever make it out here unless somebody flew out there and brought it back.
Oh, yeah. Or trades. It's here on trades, but I don't think it's ever getting here otherwise.
So I drank one with Jeff forever ago. Jeff bought me a bottle on eBay. It was more of a collectible item or whatever, but he got like a shirt and the bottle of beer, Dark Lord. And him and I popped it open and drank it forever ago. It was really good. It was delicious. It was just one of those. I mean, it was just a really big stout. I mean, it was super sweet and definitely. And I'm glad I drank. I mean, I'm glad I shared it with somebody because it's like it's the word white stout from Dogfish, man. It's one of those beers that you like. It's good. Even like the 120, they're great, but they're just so decadent that it's hard to just drink it by yourself. You have to share that with somebody. And it's kind of like sipping almost.
Just like for sure.
So number 6 is the Alchemist Heady Topper.
Super good beer.
Yeah. Yep.
That's really all I can say about it.
I got nothing bad to say about it.
When it's that good and it's just consistent and solid, and everybody's.
That's the thing.
Like even with Pliny, even with the whole like Pliny situation, people are like it's overrated and all this stuff. You get less of that with Heady Topper.
I think people that think Pliny is overrated are disenfranchised at how hard it is to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not drinking it.
Well, exactly. But it's funny. Like Pliny has Blind Pig's better, right?
Yeah.
And Heady Topper has Focal Banger is better, right? And I still haven't had Focal Banger, so I couldn't ever tell you if that's true or not. But I feel like it's the same kind of dichotomy of the two. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Like
I don't think
Heady Topper's like the biz, and Focal Banger's like that's the biz. You guys are missing out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So now into the top 5. Number 5 is Lawson's Sip of Sunshine.
That's a tough one to get because it really stays local.
And it's on the shelves locally, but it doesn't leave the local market. It's weird because like you understand when it's only available in the brewery, but when you see it on the store shelves like everywhere, but it's super local to that area. Like you never see it outside even the stores.
You can find it on eBay. You know what I mean? Like my dad just had one because he's there. He's in Massachusetts, but it is super good. He said. I told him to get lost or bring some home.
or bring a 12-pack back.
Yeah.
So number 4 is Allagash White.
I mean, just you can see our heads nodding in the video.
Yeah, sorry, that's true. We're both just me and Chris are just like, yep, that should be on the list. That's true.
Well, the fact that both of us, all 3 of us, are quiet when I say it is kind of saying something in itself. Because usually when we've done these lists, immediately somebody's like, "That's horseshit," or "That's a dumb beer," or "Why?"
Yeah,
right.
No, I think that's a good one because again, it's on a mandatory list, and you should have that white. That's a good Belgian beer.
Number 3 might be the most controversial, but I do believe it belongs on this list, and that's Goose Island, Bourbon County.
I will be the controversy and say it does not belong on that list.
Not what it is now, but when it first came out, you don't believe so?
That was a cheesy pick, I think.
You think it was a safe pick?
I think it's the one cheese pick, yeah.
Well, and that was my thing. Is when I saw it, I was like, "Now there it is. There's the one. It can't be all golden, right?"
Every list has one.
I was like, "Yeah, there it is." Which I mean, by all means, if that's the one they chose to be that one, like Ed said, I mean, in its day, it was the biz. But it's 52 flavors now of Bourbon County, whatever. I don't even care. It's ridiculous.
Never had one. Don't need to.
Yeah, my favorite part about the Bourbon County release is sending Chris pictures from like Total Wine and be like, "Which one do you want?" And he's like, "Nope."
I've never seen a bottle less than $50. I mean, they always seem to be overpriced.
Yeah, and the weird allocation that they're doing now, where like certain areas get certain flavors, doesn't make any sense. Like
That's fucking stupid.
It's mass production now, so why are you sending like the chocolate orange one here and all the like the vanilla one here, and you're just creating that trade market, which is a shit show to begin with. So number 2 is the aforementioned Pliny the Elder.
There you go.
Good beer. I mean, it's a good double. Everybody should have Pliny, but it's just annoying when you know the story of why they like not know the story, but when you know they don't distribute here and they distribute different parts of the country, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But that could change. They are in a bigger, newer facility, and it's adapt or die right now. And so many places are going online, and so many places are doing things you would never have expected them to do in the past. So we'll see. Maybe they'll reach to the Arizona one day.
Yeah, and like it doesn't live up to the hype, but it is probably one of the better beers out there still. It doesn't live up to the hype when you have all these fruited beers and triple IPAs and double dry hop, but as far as like a West Coast like double IPA with that solid flavor profile,
when you pour that out into a glass, it is so crystal clear. It is like, I don't know, it's a special beer, I think.
No, I'm not saying it's not.
Well, I would just say it lives
special,
up to the hype. No, I know you do. I know you.
But today's hype, I don't. Let me rephrase that. The people that put the hype on it today, it doesn't live up to. But it's a beer you need to have, and it's sought after. Everybody wants it, but everybody wants to bash on it at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
After having Pliny for president, it definitely does not live up to the hype because Pliny for president's a whole different level.
I think it's polarizing too. Like I put both my kids wear Tiny Pliny t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like I love that beer. You know? But what's number 1? I forgot.
Nate's just like, get to number 1. That's all I care about.
Oh, I do remember. Go ahead.
What is it, Nate?
It's lunch, right?
Yep, Maine beer lunch.
It is good beer.
But it's in the same category as Pliny, which is interesting. You know what I mean? It is. I think it is a good mandatory beer.
I feel like I've seen more Maine lunches out in the wild at like bottle shops than I've seen Pliny's though.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing. Totally. It's not as exclusive, but even Pliny's not that exclusive now just because they're selling all over California. But you know, it previously it was because I would go to a place and be like, "Oh, I got Maine lunches. This is all awesome."
Yeah.
You know, and then didn't see a Pliny there.
I've always wanted to have two, like a fresh lunch and a fresh Pliny the Elder next to each other. One is much more piney and pine, you know, that just resiny than the other, I think, which would be Pliny.
But the thing about this list is all those beers are obtainable.
Right. I mean,
they're
the
not
Dark Lord's
super exclusive. Yeah, Dark Lord's probably really tough.
Maine beer company's not easy to get because they're not. I don't think they're even distributing outside of Massachusetts.
No, I mean, if you traveled there, there's a chance you could get it and try it.
100%.
Not that we're going to get it here in Arizona.
Good point.
No, I got Maine Beer Company in California, and I got Maine Beer Company in North Carolina.
They can't see my video. Like, never mind. Point taken. Good point.
Yeah.
Pliny's a lot more exclusive on their distribution.
Yeah.
All right. But, go ahead.
Again, great list. I mean, I think if overall, like I said,
good list.
The one stinker, but overall was like, yeah, I can get behind that list. That's pretty solid. It's not super exclusive, and it's still really good beers you should probably have.
I thought it was risky enough to put CBS on there. Like that was the one that's true, but then they threw the goose.
The CBS was kind of like the warning shot. Like here, something's coming.
Yeah, some across the bow. It's okay, but it's a little too close. I want to talk about this beer for dogs thing so much.
Bushes.
I'm on the official website right now, and this is great. First of all, it's pork bone broth. Okay. It's an all-natural product that contains only fresh ingredients. Bone-in pork butt, whole corn, celery, basil, mint. Honestly, I feel like there's no way this isn't bad for your dogs.
Wait, is this a beer? Wait, this is a beer for your dog?
Yeah, I sent it to the group text.
It's called Dog Brew by Bush. Yeah, it's called Dog Brew by Bush, and it's a real thing. It's a pork bone broth.
Like, so I just saw the picture. I saw the picture you guys sent the group chat, and I literally just thought it was an advertising with a dog in it, not actually for the dog.
Dude,
That's all. I was like, oh, cool.
I love these. I love these frequently asked questions. Can dogs actually drink beer? Nope. Alcohol is toxic for dogs. How do you recommend I serve this product? Pour our Bush Dog Brew into your dog's bowl by itself or over food.
Oh,
Can be served cold or room temperatures. Some dogs don't like cold items. Oh man. How much should you give your dog? Depends on your weight of your dog. But it is not harmful for your dog to consume an entire can of Bush Dog Brew in one sitting. It is not a meal replacement, though.
It does say dog brew. It doesn't say beer, right?
No, it says dog brew.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what that can smells like when you open it.
It'll last for 5 days after opening the fridge.
Oh,
Listen, Nate. So, question for you: dog brew or that smoky beer from Wilderness?
Yeah. I don't know. I might get some of these for Gus, so I'll be able to tell you that. Oh, pork bone broth. Ugh. I could probably get through this faster than I can get through that, though.
Yeah.
they're also donating $1 of each sale to the Best Friends Animal Society. So it's kind of like a charity beer. Plus, you can win a Bush dog bed.
You just win a Bush dog
bed.
Like, is it okay? So is it actually Bush, like the Bush beer?
Yeah, Bush beer.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a different food brand.
No,
or
it's
something.
fully
an
official product.
Yeah, Bush's Baked Beans is making dog beer. That's where all the
even
pork
better.
came from.
Dude, listen, he said there was that Bush Baked Beans commercials with the dog and the secret recipe. So,
oh yeah, that's right. Where the dog was the only one who knew the recipe or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, it was like, it's me and Buddy, and Buddy ain't saying anything, and the dog talks or whatever. Like, you remember that? Clever marketing they had.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Did you know how hard it is to find Bush beans right now with the bacon and all this stuff that's supposed to be in it? It's annoying. All you can find is like vegetarian. Not that I'm a big bean buyer, but
just buy some bacon and throw it in yourself.
I literally had some of those Bush Baked Beans like 2 days ago that had bacon in it.
Damn it. It was hard to find for a while.
They're racking the shelf now. Don't worry.
Can humans drink this stuff? Sure, if that's what you're into. We here at Bush do not judge.
Oh,
I wonder if you could ferment it and actually make it alcoholic. Like throw some yeast in there, and
I wonder if we could dupe somebody into trading us like good beer for it across the U.S. somewhere.
I'm pretty sure we could just buy this. You can buy it online.
Sure, we can.
No. I'm going to trade somebody else that beer for a good beer. This is exclusive Bush beer brew.
The 4-pack is sold out
already.
Of course it is. That's
what I'm saying. You can't buy Bush's dog brew right now. This is a travesty.
I wonder if Brewdog is going to sue them.
They should,
because they're already pissed off at Aldi for copying their beer.
This is ridiculous.
Nate's upset he can't get beer for his dog.
I'm always more upset when I'm thinking about ordering something and I find out it's already sold out. It doesn't matter if I was on the fence. I will automatically be sad or mad it's sold out now. And I will convince myself I wanted it.
Oh, it's too funny. Yeah,
it is.
I've seen that in action multiple times. Like 100%.
Oops, we already sold through our first batch of brew by Bush, dog brew by Bush. Don't worry, in the process of brewing more nectar of the dogs. Good Lord. They got some nutritional facts here. 99.9.3% moisture.
Oh, what? It just says moisture?
Yeah.
Is moisture... How much moisture should you get on a daily value? Like, what's the percentage?
Is that based on a 2,500 calorie count or something?
Yeah, like
35
on a 2,500 calorie diet, the average adult should have 87% moisture a day. Like that sounds awful. What a horrible.
I know.
Perfect.
So I guess the the more bigger relevant news comes from our favorite brewery, Rowley Farmhouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wes has left Rowley Farmhouse.
Where'd he
left the
go?
building.
Did he just did they lose him?
No, they found him.
Yeah,
And he left.
somebody else found him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, somebody else located him. Where'd he go, Ed? Tell the world.
He went to Ex Novo, I think it's called. It's a brewery, I think, out of Oregon, but the guy who started it, I think, was from New Mexico to begin with. So there's 2 locations. I think there's one in Oregon. I'm not sure where, but there's also one in New Mexico, and that's where Wes is going.
Well, that's good. Good. That seems like a good opportunity.
So he's staying in New Mexico. He's just going to.
He's going to a smaller place in New Mexico, if that's believable.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, I guess it's a bigger brewery overall.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, obviously more distribution, since
Right.
they have 2 weird state locations in Oregon and New Mexico. But like I said, the guys from New Mexico went to Oregon and kind of came back and opened another location.
Well, I mean, listen. After you grew a bunch of gold medal beers and then some silver medal beers and stuff at GABF, I mean, you're probably going to be on the high list for some people to try to pick you up, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure
True.
your phone starts ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had your CV with that information. It's pretty easy to, get calls back, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Good for Wes.
Well, good for him.
Good for him, man.
And I'm sure him and John left on good terms.
So they
him.
did a Facebook Live thing, because I don't know who's doing a podcast. I don't know if it's Rowley or somebody they're associated with, but they've been doing a few like Facebook Live type of podcast here and there. And I came home from work and Cena was watching it, and she's like, "There's a big announcement coming," and I was like, "Okay," and then I was tired that day, so I think it was like around 7:30, and I was laying in bed, and she's like, "Here's the big announcement," and I texted her as she was texting me that Wes left, so we both got the same message, and she's like, "Did you know?" And I was like, "No," but as soon as you said big announcement, that was immediately where my mind went. So he announced it on that Facebook Live, and like I think John gave him like I think he called it like a brewery knife or like a brewer's knife. So like it was all on good terms. And yeah, no, he didn't stab him with it.
He shanked him with it.
Yeah. So it was a mutual partying, and John seemed cool with it. And
I mean, it's funny. Like John's, it's like everybody's kind of had a job like this. I'm sure, like that's had multiple jobs. Like you have people that will never be mad at you for doing better. You know what I'm saying? For bettering yourself, for like progressing or accelerating, and all that. They're there to support you and help you become better at whatever you're doing. And you have ones that are just jerks and they want you to never succeed. And they'll just stay there, so you just stay there as long as possible. But
yeah,
John's like the guy that's gonna like help you and be happy that you are actually becoming better. He's never gonna be like the guy that's like, can't believe you're doing this to us. How dare you? Kind of thing. It's like, hey man, awesome. That's a great opportunity. Why would you not do that?
yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
The problem for us
absolutely.
now is we now have 2 reasons to go to New Mexico.
It's true.
True. Good point, Ed.
So we better get off our asses and figure out
Well,
what's going on with the situation.
Not really our fault anymore, Ed.
Yeah, we have somebody else to blame now.
COVID.
If it went well, listen, even if we wanted to go, we couldn't even go into the brewery and drink. We'd have to go drink in the parking lot somewhere.
Why the fuck would we go there now?
Yeah, we gotta wait till they were like we talked to John that one time. He even said they're more restrictive than we are. So, I think until any of that gets cleared, there's no reason to even try to plan something to go there.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that and the weather too. It's way too hot here and there, so I'm not driving all the way there to go to more hot weather. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if it was in like Flagstaff right now or somewhere north where it's not 115, or what we set a record for 45 days, almost 50 days over 110 this year.
Dude, this summer sucked ass. I ordered cheese from Belgium. I don't know.
Wait.
I don't
Wait.
know.
Hold on, we're gonna need some more backstory to this.
Listen,
My wife and I.
This is another Nate hey, I wanted it. Oh, it's in stock. Well, I guess I really did want it. And then he bought it. Like, he was like, ooh, Belgian cheese sounds delicious.
It's low in
Or do they
stock.
have any?
Get some.
Oh, it's in stock. Oh, only one left.
Yeah,
Oh.
4 left. Gotta get it.
My wife and I went to Belgium like 8 years ago and whatever, and had some of this cheese and brought some back. It was super good. And then I saw it was cheap and it was like $9 delivery, but I forgot that it's 110 outside. And long story short, this cheese is delivered in wax. It's dipped in wax, so the wax melted, and then I put it in the fridge, and the wax didn't melt, and it was fine. I asked somebody, and they're like, if it goes back, it's fine. So anyway, the cheese was still good, but it came very soft. It was
a fondue.
Yeah, dude. It was. I was like, this cheese is fucked. I couldn't believe it. Went back to anything normally shaped.
So he's like, I guess we're having nachos.
Seriously. Henry Willett. Good cheese.
There's Nate's cheese review for you.
Yep.
So yeah, I think there's already somebody in place at Rowley to take over, but I don't know. We could talk to John, or we could have called John, but we'll give him time because I'm sure he's busy with other things right now to find out. Or we could talk to Wes.
That's
at some
true.
point. We'll reach out, and because I thought about it when Cena told me, I was like, I was gonna message Wes and be like, hey, but I don't want to be those guys and be like, hey, can you come on the show and talk about it and be all TMZ horseshit?
Yeah.
And like I said, from the Facebook Live, it didn't seem like there was any animosity between them. Like they were all joking and having a good time.
No way. I mean, not no way, but John's a good dude. Just like Chris said, I'm sure he just wants the best for anybody who comes to his brewery. So yeah, that's good. That's good. And they mentioned
like doing collabs and stuff like that. So that would be exciting to see come to fruition.
It's gonna open more doors for Rowley. So
yeah, and John, if you want to send us any more beer, we'll gladly accept it. Probably not now because it'll probably explode before it even gets here.
Hopefully, it gets colder soon.
Right, please, so I can order more cheese.
Yeah, like that alone.
I did. I was like, maybe we'll save our next order for when it's a little cooler outside.
What's next? Belgian ice cream?
Belgian waffles?
The cheese is good. Fuck you guys. It's good cheese. So I like cheese.
It's good cheese.
So we're getting to the point where we might have to actually do a segment called This Week in Weird Ass Beer. I sent you guys the Dole Whip beer that sold out immediately. Are either of you Disneyland fans?
No.
So you're not aware of like the significance of the Dole Whip?
Oh, I've had the Dole Whip. It's good. I'm not like those people. Yeah, I'm not one of the people who are like, oh my god, the Dole Whips, I'm gonna stab everybody. Not doing it. It's cool. It's good. But it's not like, I don't know.
Because Disney actually released like the recipe for it, right?
I
thought I read that a while ago.
I did remember that actually. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so somebody made a beer with it, and it sold out immediately, just like Nate's dog beer.
What do you think would be more tasty, that dog beer or the Dole Whip?
Is that a question for me? I thought that was a question for Ed.
Throw it out there to see if anybody.
I was just looking there. I was like,
I bet I could only drink one of each.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. What do you think tastier, that dog beer or this pumpkin porter?
I don't know. That's tough. At least you can get drunk off the pumpkin porter.
That's true.
This article also mentions that somebody made Dole Whip nachos.
I don't know what Dole Whip is. I don't know what it is.
Chris, do you know what it is? Exactly.
Do you know what Dole Pineapple is?
It's a company that
makes pineapple. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm with you.
Yeah, they take that, and then the Dole Whip is like what? The ice cream that they put like a
pineapple whip,
it's fluffy and creamy.
So it's basically it's like an ice cream with pineapple puree and milk sugar.
Yeah, it's very like fluff. It's not like super light, but it's lighter than ice cream normally is. It's good. It's really good. And listen, when you're at Disneyland and it's 1,000 degrees outside,
and your kids screaming at you,
I bet
it's delicious.
It sounds amazing now. It just sounds incredible based off your description. I'm in.
Well, you and everybody else that bought that beer.
I get it. Listen, I understand.
Maybe we could do some kind of three-way trade for beers for the dog food beer, and then trade some dog food beer for the
Dole Whip beer.
Dole Whip beer. See if we can get that going.
Oh,
I like
we might be able to trade it for that French's mustard beer because I went to, where did I go? Oh, Total Wine, and I ran into a friend of the show, and if you've ever listened to our beer festival interviews, you've probably heard her. I ran into Sarah at Total Wine, formerly of 12 West, and now she works. I think she works for Canarchy directly, or maybe the local distributor who works with Canarchy. I didn't really ask her about that, but she was in Total Wine, like facing all the beer and organizing the shelving, and she had a Dale's Pale Ale shirt on, and she said that
That's sick.
her boss
That
was
sounds like a
working
dope
on.
job.
Yeah, she said her boss was working on trying to send her some of that mustard beer because I guess they didn't distribute it outside of Oscar Blues.
Oh, okay.
I think it was only available at Oscar Blues' tap rooms.
Yeah.
But she was working on trying to get some. So, Sarah, if you're listening, give us a review if you get to try it, or send us some.
Oh, yeah.
Nate will put it on his hot dog.
Send it to Ed.
No, you could have a mustard beer cheese with your cheese, Nate. You could reduce the beer down to its mustardness.
No, I'm not so sure
I'd
about
try
that. I try anything once.
So we'll see what's up for next week on the weird ass beer ingredients.
Gotta be something. Yeah, every week it seems like there's something else people are adding. People are getting stir crazy in 2020, and they're just like, trying the craziest things. So,
yeah. Speaking of crazy, I witnessed the Drecker hype train in person the other day.
Yes, you did. I loved it. They were like, "Don't call us. We'll post it if we have it." I was dying.
It made me laugh so hard.
Well, I was talking to Chris about this, and I think once somebody posts that they have Drecker, it seems that people start calling every bottle shop to see if they have it, regardless if they post it or not.
I missed it. I'll admit it. I don't have my finger on the pulse of craft beer. I don't even know where they're from.
Well, there's people that would argue that it's not even craft beer because it's those heavily fruited
Chris
sours.
shared a double IPA from me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Nobody recognizes that ectogasm was amazing.
Love that beer.
Yeah, that was great.
That's one that got me. Like that was the one that was like, all right, I like these guys.
Because they're North Dakota, right? Is that where Drecker's from? Fargo, North Dakota, eh? But yeah, I was at Flights, which is the same owner as Pour, which is out way east.
Right.
Back where you used to live, Nate. And
yep. I recognized him immediately.
Yeah, I think he got like 2 cases of each of whatever Drecker delivered, and immediately people were calling, like, and he's like, nope, no holds. Like, people who call for holds, like, just eat a dick. Like,
why would you? I've never called any place and asked for a hold ever.
Yeah, I can understand calling to be like, hey, do you have it? Like, I'm on my way. But to say like, hey, can you hold this? Like, no.
Nope. Yeah, that's not cool.
But I will tell you the rainbow sherbet tasted like rainbow sherbet.
It was interesting, dude. He had like I don't know if it was the marshmallow or whatever, but it had a weird toasty, caramely kind of aftertaste to it. It was really odd.
Well, it had that weird taste that you get with melted ice cream. Like if you let ice cream melt and then you like drank it, that's exactly what it tasted like.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Huh.
That's good.
I'll have to try some.
The IPA that they had too, that one was really good.
The double one? Did you drink that already?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, they make really good IPAs and nobody gives a shit. Everybody wants
the
fruited
I'm actually kind of happy about it because everybody tries to like jump on the chunks and everything else, and I'm like, I'll get the IPA. I'll just keep getting there double IPAs and ectogasm. Every time I see the ectogasm, I definitely buying 2 4-packs of that. So
yeah, and the other one I think was like a blueberry banana, which fucking banana does not belong in beer. I don't.
Many people would disagree with you.
Oh, obviously, because it sells out every time it hits a shelf. But it's like it's too close to that weird off flavor. But like I was talking with the guy who owns Flights, he's like, I'm trying to run a business. If this is what's selling, of course I'm going to bring this in. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yep.
Because then you know full well that after that, like if you don't bring in the stuff that is popular or selling, then you're not going to get the other stuff that's actually good.
Right. I mean, and the distributors know that too, right? So they're not going to. They're going to do the same kind of thing. They're not going to get you what's hot. You can't just pick and choose all the hotness that you want. It's
you can't pass for months and months.
You got to stay on
like,
the train.
Oh no, I want that one.
Right.
And like you've always said, Chris, like that beer's not for us, and we're not the ones who are keeping that business afloat.
Yeah.
That's for people who are looking just to go out and have beer or drinks or hang out with their friends. It's not the craft beer minority.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think it's time to wrap this show up, though.
I think it was a good one, guys.
For sure.
Chris, do you have a list for us?
What's up?
Do you have a list
of
the most awesome people in the world?
I don't. Do you?
Oh, no, I don't either.
Well, if you want to be awesome,
the punch and I fucked us both.
If you want to be awesome, you can follow us on Hoppy Craftsmen at Hoppy Craftsmen on Instagram and on Facebook and hoppycraftsman.beer on the internets and Patreon/Hoppy Craftsmen.
Yes,
there you go.
We have glassware now.
Boom.
And Patreon members, we will be sending those out as soon as we can figure out how the mail system works, because that seems to be broken right now.
Do we not actually have a list of the people?
No, I don't think Chris brought it up.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't have anything on me. Like I literally, Ed showed us a picture of him having the list earlier, and then he decided not to leave it up.
That was last week's list. I don't know if it changed.
That's the same list.
Yeah, it doesn't change much, Ed.
No.
Anyway, well, you know what? It was a good show, guys.
It was till the end.
Or are we closing out?
What's that?
All right.
Oh, I can find it.
Nope.
All right. We'll do it. We'll do it next time.
Listen. No. You. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna edit it in.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be that weird pause break. Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Here's our Patreon supporters.
Here's our Patreon supporters.
It's gonna be all quiet, and you're not gonna hear anybody else. Just be me weird in an awkward tone at like 2:00 in the afternoon when I edit this.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
Well, yep. He's Chris. I'm Nate. And that's it.
You're gonna make me do myself?
Yeah, I was gonna make you do yourself.
And just like the intro, the outro is just as bad. So
I know it's my fault too. It's my fault too.
We'll see you next time.
Later, guys.
Later, jerks. I'm gonna go drink another one of your beers. I'm gonna dump that pumpkin porter and drink.
You had to go drink something good.